Supposedly the James Harden thing, by the way, could happen any moment. Sources are saying that the Cavs and the Clippers very, very close.
So he plays currently for the Clippers, for people who don't know or don't follow the NBA.
Yes. And they've won 17 of their last 20. They started off the year just like in nightmare fuel, and now they're just the hottest team in the NBA, and apparently James Harden has magically been like, I don't want to be here anymore.
You can bet on where he will play his next minute. The Cavs, the Cleveland Cavaliers, again, he plays for the Clippers. The Cavs are minus 425 to be his next minute, meaning Vegas overwhelmingly predicts he will be traded. The rumored deal centers around James Harden for Darius Garland. Anytime in basketball, I've said this for years, that you can trade a young mid-20s guard for a 30-plus-year-old guard who never seems to want to stay in one place for more than 6 months other than his favorite strip club, you have to do that deal. Obviously, that's textbook great GMing there by the Cavs.
James Harden, by the way, I mean, you cannot doubt the greatness of James Harden, but
I can.
He may go down as the worst best player of all time. Carmelo always entered this category for me. Carmelo Anthony was one of the best pure scorers in the league, and I would want nothing to do with Carmelo Anthony. James Harden is one of the best pure offensive players like you've ever seen. Some of the numbers that he put up, I think he had like a 19-game streak where he scored 30. He is, and he led the NBA in assists while being like second in scoring, and yet he's kind of fat, and he doesn't really care. He chokes in the playoffs. Literally, he is asked out of every place he's been. Like, he's in LA, which is where he wanted to be. They're one of the hottest teams in the NBA, and magically he's just like, nah, I just don't want to be here. He's just, his legacy will be that of wasted talent, and yet the career, the numbers will be first ballot Hall of Fame stuff.
This is one of my most interesting what-ifs in really NBA history. There was a time where OKC had 3 of my favorite candidates for, if you did their career differently, we would appreciate them so much more.
Durant and Harden.
Russell Westbrook also belongs on the list of people will swear he's a great player who played with him, but you wouldn't want him on your team. He's right there with James Harden. Sure. Those are 1 and 2 of that debate.
And his has gotten worse as the career has gone on because the efficiency and everything is kind of,
you can't shoot.
And then he just, as the athleticism dipped a little bit, whereas Harden has still been able to kind of maintain because of the skill set.
And then you look at Kevin Durant, who's inarguably one of the greatest 3-level scorers ever. 50% from the field, 40 from three, 90 from the free throw line.
He was the best player on those Warrior teams that won 2 titles with him, and that was with Draymond, Clay, and Steph. Kevin Durant was the best player on his team.
And outside of those, most of his career now, you think about the Nets, you think about his time with the Suns, the Rockets, he's still an elite all-time scorer, an all-time basketball player, and yet I bet his hit rate on relevant seasons come NBA postseason where his teams are involved.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest players of all time. It's less than 50%.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many seasons where Kevin Durant is irrelevant, despite the fact that you might call him one of the most gifted 5 just pure scorers in the league.
In hour one, you guys are talking about just like pure quarterbacks, like who the best quarterback of all time is. It may not be Brady skill-wise. Kevin Durant might be the most skilled basketball player ever.
He's up there.
7 foot and can dribble like a guard, can shoot better than anybody. Defensively at his peak, he was one of the best defensive players too. Like, you put him in a lab, make him a little bigger, obviously. You can't have the skinny guy, but Kevin Durant is a guy that you would build.
All time, you look, and if you could pick any player non-significant injury that just derailed their career, and he had his issues, but mostly he's been healthy. If you could pick any player and said if you just ran the roulette wheel or different multiverse of his career, Kevin Durant's career is more impactful in the league, I swear, in 99 out of 100. The only times we give him credit, and he was the greatest player on arguably the greatest modern team ever, we all go, yeah, but he was like a hired gun for a team that was already one of the best ever. He's a bandwagon guy, which isn't really fair. It doesn't define who he was.
Sure.
But other than that, you look at his career, couldn't get it done in OKC, and if you go back to the game where they melted down, he had like 3 turnovers in the last 2 minutes, including an inbound pass where he just threw the ball to the other team. If you go back and watch that game where they lose and then the team ends up splitting up, he's at fault. He dribbles the ball off his foot another time. I mean, it's just an absolute disaster. And then you look at Westbrook and Harden, and again, to your point, two incredibly talented basketball players that their legacy becomes, yeah, but God, I wouldn't want to play on their team. It's an incredible look at what could have been from three players who I think are all-time greats, and yet two of them I wouldn't want to play with, and one of them has had the least inspiring career of arguably a top 5 most talented basketball player ever that I can remember.
And then go with the what ifs with Harden. Game 7, 2018, the Rockets took on the Warriors. The Rockets missed 27 consecutive three-pointers in that game.
I remember that.
And had they won that game, they're going to the finals. They're going to win the NBA Finals more than likely. How his legacy would change, because he is known as the choker. He's known as the regular season guy, and he's had numerous spots in the playoffs where he has done really bad, including that Game 7, missing 27 straight threes. Harden was 0 for 10 in that stretch. In that Game 7, they should have beat the Warriors during that run.
He had a playoff game that was a definitive playoff game where he quit. He just wouldn't shoot. He passed it to his teammates. I'm out. Dude, it's an elimination playoff game. It's that group is so incredible to me, because there was a snapshot where if you could have taken any core three in the NBA, it's not even debatable. You would have taken Westbrook, Harden, and Durant. And they have been three of the most polarizing figures in basketball since then. Durant's, again, incredible, but underachieved kind of everywhere he's been in terms of team success, other than the Warriors, the most loaded team ever. And then Westbrook and Harden, who statistically, again, we go back to that word, unimpeachably great, and yet you kind of go, ugh.
They've also all bounced around the league, too.
I wanted to look it up. So when Harden's career is over, he's 36, he'll play another 2 years, right? And then he'll be done. He still plays at a high level.
He's still really good.
He will be one of 3 players, just 3. He will be in the top 10 in points and assists.
Yep.
The other 2 will be this guy by the name of LeBron James.
Pretty good.
And who's this other one? Michael Jordan.
Oh, pretty good.
That's it. He will be top 10 in points and assists. And, I mean, it's just rarefied air. And yet I just don't know how we end up thinking about him. I mean, maybe if he goes to Cleveland, he wins a title, and maybe does that change? Because it sounds like he's going to play for the Cavs.
Yeah,
sounds like it's only a matter of time before he's with the Cavaliers. That's why I said he may go down as the worst best player. He is better than Carmelo Anthony ever was, and Carmelo was great. James Harden was better than Carmelo, and he will go down as the worst best player of all time. And that's a weird distinction. But good luck telling James Harden that his career has been tainted. I'll bet you that guy doesn't give 2 flying you-know-whats.
Definitely not.
He will look back and be like, I am one of the 10 greatest players of all time, F you. He's just one of those guys that will never see it any other way.
He's also going to make the all-time list of ugliest dudes who got the most play of all time. Because without a beard, oh my gosh, without a beard, guys, oh my gosh. And that dude is famous for being a ladies' man.
Can you imagine just the amount of skush that guy has ran through in his NBA career? If you were to, I know, that's the whole Wilt Chamber thing. If you just lined up the amount of just strippers and Instagram models and just hangers on, I'll bet you, if you were to compile that group shot for James Harden, I'll bet you that is one of the most holy hell sort of collages that you could ever put together.
The Stephon Diggs of the NBA.
Was it when he? Yeah, except as great as Stephon Diggs is, he's no James Harden. Harden's got an amount of money that Stephon Diggs and fame that you can't fathom.
I think you might be wrong.
I'll bet you Stephon Diggs, and how much money is Stephon Diggs made?
It's not about money.
It is about money.
It's not about money. It's not.
Because, dude, James Harden was hanging out with Kanye West. James Harden is in a different. When James Harden was in Brooklyn, supposedly the only reason he wanted to be in Brooklyn because the facility was by strip clubs. That dude was hanging out with Hollywood moguls. You know he was at the Diddy freak-offs.
And everyone
he was at the Baby Oil.
And everyone says Stephon Diggs moved in silence. By the way, the all-timer that I think people know in basketball history, but I don't know if the general public knows, the all-timer is Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins is supposed to be, easily pushing Chamberlain, if not topping Chamberlain. He was in Atlanta for his whole career as a legendary dunker.
Yeah.
I mean, a highlight. It wasn't even the human highlight reel.
Yeah, it was
wasn't
even
that
highlight reel.
Dominique Wilkins, everyone says. If it's not Chamberlain, it's Dominique Wilkins. So I don't know what it is about Houston, Atlanta. We've got some all-timers coming out.
It's the culture. By the way, Stephon Diggs made about $150 million. Harden is approaching $500 million. There's just levels to this game.
I don't think that's
levels
a thing.
to this. It is.
It's not.
Harden is flying private. That dude's got yachts. He's hanging out with Yee. That's just, there's levels to this.
Have you seen the video of Stephon Diggs passing out illicit drugs to two white girls and then going below deck in his yacht? Once you reach that number,
that's like a Monday for James Harden.
That's like a Monday for Stephon
James
Diggs.
Harden dropped a 30-point triple-double after that.
Stephon Diggs has impregnated 7 women in the last 18 months. I think you guys are
That's
missing
Sean
it
Kemp level
with
stuff.
Stephon Diggs. I think you're missing it.
I do remember when Sean Kemp, they did that SI about the paternity test, and there was the gal that had the framed paternity test on her mantle. Hand to God, go back and look it up. And I think 2 of them were Sean Kemp's, but there was a lady, and it was like, it's the worst flex of all time. There was a gal that I think had 4 kids with NBA or athletes, and she framed and mounted each paternity test, which is just the weird.
We all got hobbies, Suke. I mean, come on.
Imagine walking into someone's house.
She has a gauntlet with the Infinity Stones. NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA,
NHL,
European soccer.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm always amazed at how athletes, they all end up with the same gals. You would think that there's enough Instagram models to go around.
That's the weird part.
But it's not. They all end up with the same ones. Those girls just have to do it better than everyone else. It's just, there's got to be a hustle factor.
I'll never forget when Anthony Simons was here, they played Brandon Ingram, and Ingram hit the game-winning shot over Simons.
Yeah.
And then the whole story was like, oh, yeah, Anthony Simons just had a baby with Brandon Ingram's old baby mama. And because Ingram was, like, yelling at him.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, who's the daddy now?
If you go to a Blazer game, do yourself a favor. You got to go behind the visitors bench, and you got to go up about 15 rows. That's the friends and family section. And it's by far the best people watching you'll see, because that's where you get there's
the wives section, and then there's the girlfriend section as well.
The girlfriend section, that's what I'm saying. It's about 15
it's
rows
a
up
little
from the
family
visitors
section.
bench. And you'll just see about a 3 to 4 row where all of a sudden you'll be like, okay, normal. Oh, it is what about row 12? You're like, well, what's happening here? And you can just kind of see what's happening. And occasionally you'll see a gal, and she'll be wearing like a bedazzled jersey, and then she's got like a little kid with her, and you're like, one of those sort of things. And that's not wifey material. No, that's just, you're in Portland and you got your gals. It's a hell of that athlete culture, man. It's something else.
And that's why Portland is a tough free agent destination.
Yeah, we lack it.
Those women stick out like a sore thumb in Portland.
Where
and
you're in Atlanta,
and if you're in
Houston,
Atlanta, that's just your Monday night NBA crowd.
It is. It is. This is like dead serious. One of the reasons why Portland is not a free agent destination is it's that. If you are,
no, it's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
If you have a super hot, African-American woman in the crowd in Portland, unfortunately, she's going to stand out like a sore thumb because there's not a lot of African-American women in Portland. In Atlanta, in Houston, it's totally a different thing.
If you're a 25-year-old African-American millionaire, the sort of people that you would like to associate with do not exist in Portland.
And again, if you have that girl at the game and your wife is also at the game, everyone goes, who's she with? And you figure it out right away. Where if you're in a city where a lot of women look like that, and they're all at the game, and they're all fishing because they're all celebrities. They all have their money. Whatever, it's a celebrity town. You can't just go, who is that? Because it's like, well, that's just a girl with season tickets.
Yeah, it's the almost famous scene. Hey, who she's with? And everybody, me. You got to have
yes,
can't stick out. It is. It's one of the dirty secrets about Portland as a free agent destination.
It's not even a dirty secret.
No, it's just,
NBA players will tell you.
Yeah, we don't have the nightlife that exists in other areas. Yeah.
Dame is really serious about basketball. Portland and Milwaukee.
It's why he wanted to go to Miami. That's the other one too. There's a reason he wanted to go to Miami. There's a reason why everyone wants to go to Miami.
We don't have to talk about that. Giannis might be coming to Portland.
Giannis might be coming to Portland.
And he's really, really happy with his wife because she's pregnant all the time.
There
so
you
he's
go.
just as happy as can be. So Portland works for Giannis.
Yes.
And you know what? Giannis works for Portland.
There is some Giannis news out there involving Portland, but that's the one to keep an eye on right now is the James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers.